Good evening, everybody. Matrix here, and here is my watch list for June 3rd. Okay, taking a look at the futures right now, we are gapping down about 14 points, so that correlates to about $1.40 in the SPY, and this is a really big gap down from the close here. The reason why we're gapping down so much is over the weekend, Trump comes out with some more tweets about tariff news and stuff like that. And basically, this trade war going on, it's causing a collapse. Now, what I'm thinking is why why this major gap down, right? Um, this major gap down shows the overall market sentiment of where the big boys want the market to go. Okay, it's basically everybody's freaking out right now. Uh, what my plan is tomorrow is a pop and drop, and the reason for the pop and drop, okay, is to basically for the big players to come in pre-market where there is very low volume, and they will actually force the market price up a little bit to shake out these shorts right here so they can grab their shares and short it back down. I mean, overall, the market sentiment is down, right? So what I'll be looking for, very importantly, is a pop to probably yesterday's closing price, okay? Right around here at this 275 area, 275.25 area. Okay, let's take a look at the SPY real quick. Okay, here we have the SPY, load up some drawings. Sorry, it's one quick second here. Load up some drawings on the SPY. And the theory behind this is, okay, here we have the blue line at 274. It's basically where we are gapping down from, okay? Counting about $1.40 from yesterday's closing price of 275.25. All right, so this is the area we are about, and I'm going to be looking for a pop and drop, okay? Probably looking at a pre-market pop, okay, inside the pre-market area before the market open. If I were to be manipulating stock market and to try to grab as much shares as possible and sell it, I would buy a big order during low volume, cause the market to come up, okay, leading the weak hand shorts to think that, oh, we're gapping a lot now, and we're overextended to the downside. So today the market has to bounce. Okay, for that to happen, I would cause this pop in the pre-market, pop it up and over yesterday's closing price to shake out the weak hand shorts, and then grab all these shares and then short it back down. So what I'm expecting tomorrow at the open or pre-market is a grind back up again. Give me a second here. Let me get my screen share back on. Okay. Yeah, as I was saying, get it up to yesterday's closing price, and then a little bit back over the 275.80s area. Okay. And that would definitely shake out people from the shorts. If not, we could even see the next area of resistance here at the 276.40. Okay. From there, I'll be looking for a topping out action. As you can see on Friday, I mean, this 275.80 to 276.40 area, it's basically a sideways range, right? And within this range, this is kind of like a transition. And now from this transition area, we are having a next leg down. So definitely looking for pop and drop. And for as far as target goes, coming over here on the daily chart, I have mapped off these levels here, 272.40 and the 271.50 area. So let's mark that off real quick, 272.40. So in and around here. Okay, and that is basically the low of this candle right here on March 8th. Let me zoom in a little bit, March 8th. And then as well as the 271.50 area. So I come over here and put down the 271.50. It's basically around here. You'll see right here in early February, this is the top of another range here. So this is a key prior support level that we could be targeting down to. And that's the main target for, if not tomorrow, then the next few days, right? So I'm looking for a pop and drop. With that said, let's get into the main watch list. My first ticker here is LYFT. So let's load up some drawings on LYFT. I have two sets of drawings here. I actually was looking at LYFT for a little while, and I was thinking, okay, what LYFT is, let's come over to the overall daily chart here. The main trend is that the stock IPO'd and then it sold off huge. So we're in a downtrend on the daily chart. And then we have the earnings happen after hours of May 7th, and then May 8th, it showed its true color after the earnings. So from May 8th, here is the high of the earnings, and here is the low of the earnings. And from then, after the sell-off, we had a very low volume grind back up, as you can see, creating this wedge up. So overall, this is a bearish pennant or bear flag, in my opinion. If you can picture yourself, see something like this being the flagpole, right? And now, interestingly enough, drawing the downtrend line from the earnings report, it matches to where we topped out on Friday as well. Now, with the overall market gapping down, I am anticipating LYFT to be gapping down as well. And what we see here, over here from this 56.85 to 55.50 area, this is a range, right? Like a sideways range. Okay. Overall, if you just look into this wedge area, there's anything above this area is the top part of the range. Okay. Let's mark off this area real quick. Okay, so anything above this shaded area is the top part of the range, and obviously we're trading above it, and it's getting very close to breaking out. So I'll be watching this trend line, watching the highs of yesterday to test and see if it breaks out. But however, overall the main market is gapping down, so I am expecting LYFT to gap down as well and to be under its yesterday's closing price, probably gap down into the shaded area here. From there, I want to see if it snaps this 55.50 with authority. I'm anticipating the snap down here of this uptrend line. This low volume here, this little uptrend that we've had in the past couple of weeks, this to me is like a consolidation from the earnings report. Okay, as you can see, the big boys sold from the earnings, right? But this little grind up, unexplainable, right? There is no other news catalyst coming out for it to grind up and keep going up like this. So if we are going to follow the catalyst of this earnings report, I would conclude that this low volume grind up is more of a consolidation, and this overall is a bear flag. And what better day to break down underneath this bear flag than tomorrow, when the overall market is gapping down and it's so weak. So I'll be anticipating a breakdown here tomorrow of this wedge, and I like these targets here at the 54 and probably even 52 area. Okay, the average true range for the stock is $3.25, and we have had a very big buildup, okay, of these buyers coming in for over 2 weeks now. If this thing drops out under 55.50, all these buyers here, they will freak out and start selling, causing a major snowball effect bringing it down. So let's see where it opens tomorrow in the pre-market, whether it gaps up or gap down. I am anticipating a gap down though. So if it gaps down under into this area, I'll be waiting for a pop and drop, probably shorting into yesterday's close and bringing it back down. If it gaps up, then I'll be looking for the hold of 48, okay, and then anticipating a breakout and then squeezing out all these shorts. There will be a long there, bringing it back up to $60 level, maybe even 61, okay, or 60.50. Right, so there is two plays here, both a long and short. I just prioritize the short more because of the overall market condition, and that's LYFT. Next up, we have NVDA. NVIDIA, I played on Friday, and I was ecstatic about it. Basically, I took it short from the 138 area and literally rode it all the way down to yesterday's closing price. So right around this area. So let's do a little quick recap. You see this little topping action here around the 138. This is where I kind of took it, and I literally just brought it down. When it cracked VWAP and bounced here, I took a lot of my position off, and then I just let the rest ride through lunch. And as it snapped down here and came back up and tested this 165.5 when I came back from lunch, I jammed it again and I rode it all the way back down here to 135.5, and I basically covered. So very nice gain for me on NVIDIA. Looking at it from tomorrow though, yes, one could say this thing has sold off a lot, but from the way it closed so weak, and because the overall market is gapping down, I do like a pop and drop. We are anticipating gap down under yesterday's closing price here, and it's the same theory on the SPY, right? I'm looking for a pop back up and through this yesterday's closing price, maybe a little bit above this 136 area just to shake out the shorts, and then coming right back down. So I have resistance at 136, which is the opening market prints from Friday, and then the 136.40, 136.50 area. This is a very key resistance area I'll be looking for it to top off from. So anticipating something like this, like Friday, a gap down, pop back up, and then a topping out area, and I'll be watching for this roll over. Okay, and from there, I'll try to short it right back down. Coming over here on NVIDIA, I mean, where is my target, right? We have the next target here at the 130s, 131 area, okay? So we have this nice bottom of the range that we're getting into, okay? And then also, if we're looking on the daily chart here, this is kind of what we're inside of right now. So if this bottom of the range comes down and snaps, we also have the next target at the lower end of this range here. I don't know if it can panic so much, but hey, I mean, we never know, right? So mark off these support levels just in case. The very, very bottom of this low is at the 124 area from the last time the overall market flash crashed, right? So 124, I guess, would be the ultimate target. And the stock in itself has an average true range of $5.50. So this is another one of my main plays I'll be watching for tomorrow. ROKU, same thesis. I mean, ROKU could be a tougher short though, because of its positive earnings catalyst. It has ran so much. It's one of the stronger stocks here in the communication and services sector here. Okay, so we had a major earnings run up, and then gap down, and then a grind back up. Here again, a major earnings run up, and then this, it really looks like a gapping down about to happen, right? It's exactly the same pattern. I wouldn't even be surprised if tomorrow, check the news definitely, that an analyst would come out and say it's a downgrade, okay? And from there, we could sell off and come right back down to this 85 area, which was its prior key resistance on the range here. Okay, so what I'll be looking for though is a major snap of the $90 level, which is a multi-day support area. Okay, we're sitting really right on top of it, and if the market gaps down tomorrow and it stays down and under, I'm expecting a pop back up into this 90s area, perhaps yesterday's closing price, and then come right back down. Let me see if I have some drawings on here, actually. Let's load up some drawings real quick. Roku. Okay, perfect. So, I mean, these old drawings, okay, I've plotted for ever since here now, I guess a couple weeks ago, and these drawings still work. Okay, look at how before I even loaded up the drawings, this line, okay, just matches. So looking for a snap down of 90, come back up, test, perhaps test yesterday's closing, and then share my screen again. My apologies about this. I am getting this fixed though. I did order something to create a mesh Wi-Fi system into this area where I'm living in, where it has literally very, very spotty Wi-Fi. But like I said, snap down, pop and drop. Next level here, looking on the daily chart, the first target area, I guess the low of this candle, 87.80s. Okay. Yeah, which is this major green area, 87.80s. And then if that snaps, we have 86.50s. And then if that snaps, we have the 85s, right? So looking at just these major bright green areas here as a target. With that said, yeah, definitely keep that on watch. There's also the possibility of going up. I mean, every single stock I pick has a possibility of going both ways, but I do like the short more. Okay. This 91 area, very, very key from Friday. I mean, it ranged here before it's selling off after hours, and then after hours, we are getting down ticks as well. So it's definitely down gapping in the pre-market. So Roku, very neat watch. Average true range of $4.40. And finally, I have Apple on. Apple looking very, very weak, sitting right at 175, which is, first of all, a key psychological hold number. Second of all, it's a major, major support. Let's load up some drawings here real quick. Okay, nothing. So I guess I'll do this freehand right now, and might as well draw these support and resistance on the fly. So 175, I draw a line across here on the daily chart. You see we are coming into this range here. And then over here, around this 173 area, this, and then we have the bottom end of this range, which is right here. Okay, bottom end of this range. So once again, expecting a gap down from Apple because it follows the market quite well, and then a pop and drop. Now, if I were to dissect this range here real quick, this is the 175, right? So we have the top side of the range and then the bottom side of the range, okay? If 175 snaps, which it will tomorrow because of the gap down in the pre-market, it'll be inside this area. I'm going to look for a pop and drop, and it might come back up as high as, oh my God, how did this happen? Let's mark that off with this. Perfect. Okay. Now it might pop back up as high as 175.50. Yeah, 175.50, and then shake out the weak hands, and then fail from there. I'm anticipating this area to snap here. First target area 172.30s. You know what? No. First target area, the high of this green candle, 173. Okay. So 173 is my first target. I'm going to mark that off. And then my second target will be the low of this range here, which is at 169.5. Right? 169.5. So I'm going to mark that off as well. That's quite a far bits away. Let's see. Oh, 172 first. So 172, and then 169.5. Okay. So right about here. Now the average true range for Apple is $4.80. So it definitely can go there, right? I'm at 75 right now, looking for a gap down. definitely can come all the way back down to this 170s area. So in retrospect, I do think it has the ability to come all the way down here because of the overall market conditions. As far as gap up goes, I really highly doubt it, right? If it opens sideways and flat, we have this pretty key level at the 176 area, okay, as you can see, to stay in reference to. And let's see what it does tomorrow. Okay, so that's basically my watch list this evening. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Oh, by the way, I am still in the trading competition, the worldwide trading competition. Currently, my rank is not sitting too well, but overall, my account is in the positive. We have 6 more days to go, so right now is really where I gotta step up my game here and really hammer size into conviction trades, right? So we'll keep you up to date on that, and have a great day. Ciao.